I've only been in this town 2 years, but I got nominated for East Nashvilleian of the Year. That's wild.
That's
That's
crazy.
absolutely wild. And it's because of this series, which was born out of the darkest place I've experienced in so long. I was just talking the other day about silver linings during this whole, and they're so hard to find. But when you find them, man, they can be pretty beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean, I love that. Your darkest
Hmm.
place, you're in bed for 3 days and you're like, what am I going to do? And then this
Yeah,
came out of it. It's so
it's
brilliant.
it's baffling to me at times, honestly. I have a terrible memory, but I can still picture laying in bed and kind of like the wisps of the idea kind of passing through my brain. And now, I mean, look at us now. Come on.
Yeah,
It's wild.
it's so
It's
good.
so cool. Yeah.
And I mean, it just shows the heart that you have of
Hmm.
like, okay, how can I get out of this shitty, you know, just get out of this hole that I'm in with, seeing this. And the way
Yeah.
you went about it was not to say, I'm going to lift myself up by talking about me. I'm going to go out and
Hmm.
use my photography skills and I'm just going to show these people the week, I'm going to show the week.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah. I
all
want
of
you to,
this has come from it.
yeah, I wanted people to know who they're referring to when they say the week.
Yeah.
I think the people who say that so cavalierly, is cavalierly a word? With such cavalier? Is that the
um,
okay, so the people who say sacrifice their week with such disregard for who that entails, I think in their head that means the elderly, which the elderly shouldn't be sacrificed anyway. There's no
right.
reason that you should throw Grandma June under the bus for
Right.
this. But
Yeah.
the youngest person I've interviewed is 8.
Hmm.
Named Sean. Sean is awesome. I encourage everyone to go on the website and read Sean's story. I actually get to drop off a copy of the East Nashvilleian to him tomorrow
Oh, that's
because
so cool.
his picture made it in it. I'm pretty excited about it. But
So good.
yeah, there's so many more people involved in it than you think, and I wanted to let people know that it refers to an entire cross section of humanity.
Yeah,
And not only that cross section, but the not just the people in the high risk category, but the people that love them.
exactly.
So I've had several people reach out and say, I'm not high risk, but my brother is, or my sister, or my mother, or it's not just the high risk that this speaks for or to, it's
Yeah.
everybody that cares for them.
Yeah. And I mean, to massively personalize it, I mean, my
Yeah,
parents are
do
in the
it.
category of they have a high risk son.
Hmm.
Also, my cousin is one of their favorite people in the world, yet
Yeah.
they still aren't taking the precautions that are needed. So I that was another point of me sharing the high risk humans was like, hey, this entails to you, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm one of them there,
Yeah.
mom and dad, you know.
Did they, if I could ask, did they have a response for it?
No.
They largely don't. It's
Yeah.
like I said, I wanted to speak to the people that would say sacrifice the weak, but I think it's done infinitely more good for the high risk and those who love them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's my story, but it
Hmm.
has reached out to people that are in my friend group or people that
Yeah.
come from that part of the world that are seeing it and seeing the value in it. So again, super awesome that you're
Thank
doing
you.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
Knock on wood, I haven't gotten too much hate mail yet, so that's cool.
well, you know what?
Screw the haters. It's all right.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. All right, I have two more questions for you.
Yeah, man.
Um, and I ask everybody these because I'd love to hear this as well. Um, what would you want the world to know about you?
Uh, There's the we were talking earlier about the Channel 5 segment, and in that segment, one of the lines that Jason Lamb, the reporter, wrote was armed with only her camera and her compassion, set forth with this series. And I think I read that or heard it and I just started crying. I was like, that's it. That's all I want people to know, is that I have a camera. I'm an artist and I have compassion. That's it. That's all you need to know about me.
I love that. I think that's brilliant.
It's
great. It's
yeah.
fantastic. As you said that, I was like, oh, dude, that's really good.
I know.
That's perfect. That's like
yeah.
a battle cry. Like, I got my camera and I got my compassion and I'm coming for you.
And I'm going to mess stuff up, man.
Yeah.
All my heartfelt appreciation to Jason Lamb and Catherine Stewart for running that, or for putting together that Channel 5 story. It was beautiful. And that line from it, I'll cherish that forever. You can put that on my tombstone.
Right. That's like across just life. Just like, I'll just keep that one.
That's
you just gave me my catchphrase, yeah, that's so good.
Yes, I'm a big fan of that line.
Perfect. I love it. And then if you had the ear of everybody in the world, what would you say to them?
Sorry, I really wanted to say that's what she said joke. I want everyone to know that I make so many that's what she said jokes. If I had the ear of everybody in the world, I think I would just ask people to lead their actions with empathy. And it doesn't have to be in this grand scale of things. It could be small acts of kindness. It doesn't. Everything resonates so fully right now because we're in a pandemic. Everything's locked down. We don't have anything to do. So the smallest acts of kindness and empathy can change the world. In no better words than that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, small actions can lead to one person hearing them, and then they tell one person, and then one person, and then it grows.
Yeah.
Like the little ripple effect that goes out into the world because of your kindness, your empathy, and your compassion is brilliant.
Be excellent to each other, man. It's not that hard.
No, it's way easier. It's so much easier just to be chill and enjoy each other.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
Sure.
Well, I truly appreciate you coming and chatting with me. This has been so much fun. I've truly enjoyed hanging out with you and hearing about your story and the high risk humans and just the love that you're putting into that. And the two things that we talked about mostly in this were your camera and your compassion. So it works.
Yeah. That's all I can ask for. Well, thanks so much for having me, man. I really appreciate you, and what you're doing with your podcast is just as beautiful. Just listening to people's stories. So it's a beautiful thing to do right now. Yeah.
It's so much fun. I truly get enriched every time I get to have a conversation, and then whoever gets to hear it, I hope it does the same thing, just goes out into the world and spreads some love and kindness around.
It's just a little sprinkling of love and kindness. That's all we can do.
Yep. All right. Well, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And hopefully at some point when we're not crazy locked down, we could actually meet up in real life.
Yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to that. I want to have a high risk barbecue.
That would be awesome.
Right? In like the fall or something like that. Just get everybody together that I've interviewed and just be like, hey, here you go. Yeah. Check out all your beautiful faces in person.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I fully support that. I would love to be a part of that.
You're definitely I'll send you the invite as soon as I have them put together.
Sweet. All right. I will see you later.
All right. Thanks, Nick. Cheers.
Yeah.